Welcome back, guys, and we are doing some fun things this fall. I know we're all about the spice and those warm, wonderful cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and the pumpkin pie spice and all that wonderful stuff. By the way, if you haven't seen that video, I will show you how to make your own pumpkin pie spice right at home. Super easy. Okay, now today we are going to make a gluten-free, sugar alternative applesauce spice cake that is going to knock your socks off. I'm telling you, it is so good. All my family just absolutely loves it. And we're going to get it right into it. So first, you're going to take shortening. Now, if you don't like shortening, get a shortening alternative. It will work just fine. Okay, then we're taking our coconut sugar and we're going to blend that together. Okay, once this gets to kind of a crumbly texture like that, then you can go ahead and start adding your eggs. One at a time. And guys, remember, when you're working with coconut sugar, just remember it's not going to cream like butter and white sugar. You know, it's not going to do that same thing. So when you're working with coconut sugar, just remember you're going to blend that in until it's creamy, but you're not looking for that coconut sugar to dissolve, okay? All right, now we're going to add our unsweetened applesauce. Now this happens to be some that my sweet mommy fresh canned, oh my word, fresh apples, and she canned it and no added sugar on that. Now, if you don't have fresh home canned applesauce unsweetened in your pantry, which I don't always have, but I happen to have it right now, that's fine. Get some unsweetened applesauce off the grocery store shelf. It'll work just fine. All right, now we're going to add to this, and this is going to sound weird if you haven't already seen this on the channel, but I have a hack for you for gluten-free baking. Cottage cheese and buttermilk. Mix it together and add that in. Now, this is a nice little hack for you so that when you are doing any gluten-free baking, and if you do much baking at all, you know that buttermilk is just a wonderful thing to include in your baking because the enzymes in it just work so well with baking, okay? But there's something about that enzyme action with the gluten-free that it produces the most wonderful silky texture to your gluten-free baking. Okay, now we're going to just move that over so that we can get our dry ingredients ready. Now, so into the sifter, we have our King Arthur gluten-free flour blend. That is probably my favorite blend for gluten-free blend for things like cakes, things that are finer textured that I want to come out, you know, really satin and smooth. All right, our soda, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, baking powder, and our salt. Teaspoon of salt. And don't forget, guys, you know that in the description box below will be all those amounts for you for the recipe, okay? So never fear, just watch it to the end and you'll see everything you need to see there. I love to, when I'm sifting my dry ingredients, I love to go ahead and put my baking powder, my soda, my spices, everything in there. Give it a little stir around in the sifter, and then just go to it, because that way I feel like it's all really well incorporated. Get that through. All right. Now, into this is going to go oat flour. If you have a hard time finding that, look at some of your health food stores and things like that. Fresh ground oat flour and fresh ground flaxseed. And guys, if you have not seen my video on the benefits of flaxseed, oh my goodness, check that out, guys. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that. It's helping us out so much, and we just are feeling so wonderful about bringing these videos to you guys and all of the things that we can help you with in your family, in your kitchen, and your lifestyle, making things easier for you. All right, now our dry ingredients are together. We're going to bring this back over here, and we're going to add this bit by bit to our moist ingredients. After you get that all blended, just remember to scrape down your sides and do that last turn through your bowl. Okay guys, now I've greased my pan. And into that goes our batter. Oh my goodness sakes. If this doesn't smell like fall, aren't you just hungry for those flavors when fall is here? You just want that warm, comforting spice blend. I know I do. I think everybody does. I'm always so excited to smell those beautiful fragrances when fall is here. All right. And you just smooth it out in a pan like this. Now guys, you can do this in a 2-layer pan, you know, 2 8-inch layers, totally fine. There's something about the 9x13 size at this time of year that I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but I love that home style. Just easy peasy, throw it together and put it in the oven. And you're gonna put this in a preheated 350. For about 20-22 minutes. Now, let's make the frosting for this cake. Okay guys, now we are ready to make our spiced buttercream frosting. And the cake is cooling. So we're gonna whisk this butter till it's good and fluffy. Now, remember, whenever you're doing a buttercream, you want your butter to be really room temperature. So like if your house is a little bit cool, you may want to even help that along just a teensy tiny bit on defrost in the microwave. So you want that butter to be so soft that when you put the whisk to it, it just fluffs up just beautiful, like little yellow clouds. Now that we've got it all whipped and fluffy, we're going to start adding our coconut sugar. Now before we get all of our coconut sugar added, we want to sprinkle in our cinnamon and just a little dash of salt. Now we're ready to frost that applesauce cinnamon spice cake. Okay guys, our gluten-free applesauce spice cake is cooled down and our buttercream is ready. So we are going to get this frosting on, get it ready to eat. Now, if you want to get all fancy and put you some swirls or something in the top or whatever you want to do, great, have at it. But this, we're calling done. Now, I wanted the middle piece. Oh my goodness. It's so good, you guys. The funny thing about this, you literally cannot tell this is gluten-free. That cake is so moist. It is so silky and satiny, the texture of the inside of it. And then you come in with those beautiful warming flavors of the spice in there. And then just tells you, yes, it's fall. We're getting ready for the holidays. It's going to be so lovely. And then you just go in for one more bite. So fabulous. You guys got to give this a try. Please do. And when you do, make sure you leave me a comment and tell me how it worked out for you. All right? And also, don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that so you can see all of our wonderful fall ideas we're bringing to you. And we'll see you next time on Things Tina Does.